So what does guard do? What does guard do? So this is a two-part video. And this is the end of the video, but I moved it to the beginning. Okay? Here is a handy-dandy spreadsheet that I'm going to have in the description. If your character has 50, if you have guard, that guard basically means that if one character gives another character a hug, okay? Meaning they heal them, they give them protection gain, or they increase their friend's stats, then whatever the hero that's doing the good thing is, whatever their guard is, that guard affects your surrounding hero's defense numbers. It gives them a boost to their defense. So increases the defense of an ally besides the user that receives beneficial effects, such as recovery, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Now, at the end of this video, or at the end of this explanation, I'm going to include 30 minutes of me reverse engineering to find this number. It's interesting, and you'll be able to see how I got the numbers that I got. And if you like that kind of shit, watch it. If you don't care and you just want the numbers, here you go. Here you go, my little chimpanzee. Okay? So look at these numbers. If you have no guard, it's 0. If you put 50 guard on somebody and that person helps somebody, the person they help, if they have 0 defense, right? 0 defense, it'll mitigate 7% of damage. 100 guard will help them mitigate 11% of damage. I'll just round these. I'll round these for our brains, okay? I'll round these. Here we are. 150 guard will decrease the damage by 16%. And that's because of the defense that it gives. 200 guard will plus ocean set bonus, which is, I don't even know. Like, all of these are ocean set bonuses, because in order for you to get to this level, you have to have ocean set anyway. Let's do equals. Equals. 200 guard, it will give the surrounding heroes that they affect 21% damage mitigation. 420 will give 37% mitigation. 620 will give 52% mitigation, and 840 will give 63. All of these have been tested and verified. I am estimating that if you have 1000 guard, you will do 70% mitigation. If you do 1200, you'll do 75, and if you have 1500 guard, you will mitigate by 80. This is based on the curve of tested data. So, TLDR, the way it works is, if you have, let's say, 50 guard, if your hero is a bronze star, that means bronze 1 or bronze 2 star, it does the guard 1 time. So that would be 50 guard. If you have a silver star hero, which is tier 3 or 4, 3 or 4, you would get times 2 guard. 3 or 4, 5 or 6 would be 3 guard, and 4 would be 7 guard. So, if you were to look at this math, let's say you had a hero with drum on and nothing else. At tier 1 and 2, they would do this. At tier 3 and 4, they would do this. At tier 5 and 6, they would do this. And technically at tier 7, they would do this. So whatever your guard is, it tiers up and it gives you more defense. If the heroes that you're affecting already have defense, it will just increase their defense, and it won't follow these numbers. It'll be larger than these numbers. All right. After this explanation, it's going to cut to the beginning of the video, and that video I will go into practical demonstrations of guard in real time, so you could see the actual numbers in mock battles with and without guard to help you better understand guard. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. I will leave this in the description for a guide for you, and yeah, bye. Damage Maniac here, and today we are testing guard. Okay, so what is guard? Guard is a little effect. It's a utility effect. Guard increases the defense of an ally besides the user that received beneficial effects, such as recovery, protection gain, and stat increase from the equipped hero for 5 seconds. The increased value is in proportion to the equipped user's hero's tier. 1x for tiers 1 and 2, 2x for 3 and 4, 3x for 5 and 6, and 4x for 7. Even if multiple units influence the effect, only the highest defense increase value will be applied. The guard value can only be increased or reduced by equipment, accessories, etc. So basically, what we're gonna do is I run Strife all the time. I talk about how good guard is, and everyone's like, what is it? How does it work? So this is gonna be how does guard work 101. This is Drum of Advancement. It gives me a solid 50 guard. I have nothing else on my Seryung. So Seryung is going to attach herself to Zhao Yun. Zhao Yun has nothing on him. We have no relics. So basically what we're going to do is look at the damage Zhao Yun receives with guard and without guard. Then we're going to level up our 50 guard Seryung, and we're going to look at what the damage mitigation is for 50 guard, 100 guard, and 150 guard, right? And we'll do the math, and we'll break out what the damage mitigation looks like. So right now, what we'll do is we'll do 50 guard. Okay, so 0 guard, 50 guard, 100 guard, and 150 guard. And we're going to look at what the damage mitigation is, okay? And that, from there, we'll be able to figure out how good guard is. Now, the new hero, Patros, is capable of doing 250 guard. So, because of his built-in guard effect. So, like, that's why this matters, because we want to see how good Patros actually is. So, we are going to go in, we're going to fight Slimes, Phase 9, and we're going to be looking at damage being dealt to our Zhao Yun. And the only defense that he's going to get is going to be when I put Seryung on him, and when I take Seryung off of him, okay? So, I screwed up. That's okay. I think a tier 3 Zhao Yun is fine. And we'll just kind of hang on to these for money for after this. So, these guys are doing 15 damage to him. If you click on their little slimy body faces, they do 15 attack. So it's a pretty easy number for us to figure out. Okay. So, we're going to put a level 1 Seryung on our Zhao Yun, and we're going to see how much are we reducing the 15 damage with guard. Or we're not, because he's too strong. Damn it. Let's do this. Okay. So they're doing 14 damage a hit with 50 guard. So let's do this one more time. Let's look one more time. So these guys want to do 25, and I think I saw 21. So let's see what we get. 24, 24, 24, 14, 14, 14. Okay, so 50 guard does 7.5 damage mitigation. Right? 15. What's 1%? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our Seryung a lot bigger. And now she's going to give twice as much guard. There she is. And we need to get her to... not that. So let's just get through this. Zhao Yun is stabbing slimes for days. He's doing pretty good. Alright, we gotta get her to the next tier to see what happens mathematically. Accept. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm gonna buy all these and accept all these. Cool, I'll take that. So we are technically between we are double the amount of guard. Alright? So that's pretty good. I'm gonna throw just a bunch of 8. This doesn't give him defense, this just gives him HP. So we'll give him HP. And I'm gonna work on trying to get my Seryung to the 5th tier. Just for numbers purposes. So let's see if we can get that to happen. So all we need is a Seryung at that level. Alright, so these guys are doing 48 damage, and we are going to be getting 50 guard on the 2x because she is tier 4, okay? So I'm seeing 43. 43 from 48. So when I had Seryung in bronze, she was doing 50 guard, which reduced our damage by 6.8%. And then at 100 guard, which is 50 guard times 2, because we are now at tier 4, we are now at 10.9% damage decreased. Okay? Decreased. Alright. So if I could get Seryung to the next tier, we'll be able to see what 150 guard looks like. So we will attempt to do that, and we'll see what those numbers look like. We're pretty close. We're so close, we only have one left that we need. I keep skipping around. I mean, I guess you guys can watch a tier 2 Zhao Yun stab a bunch of slimes. It's pretty funny. These slimes are just getting chunked. But yeah, that's a pretty decent amount, like 10%. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We don't even have high numbers yet, guys. Let's get higher numbers. Oh my god, did I hit start? No, I did not. I want not those. I just need one Seryung, dudes. Sad face. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, so 36, 43, stabbing slimes for days. Okay, so we have a tier 5 Seryung, which according to the guard description should be giving us 3x the amount of guard stats. So that means we are currently at 150 guard. So these guys do 48 damage, and I'm going to be looking at for those damage numbers on Zhao Yun. 41. So we went from 48 to 41. So that brings us to 15.73 damage reduction. Okay? So that's 15.73. So that's all from just 50 guard. So let's put some real guard on Seryung, and let's see what those numbers look like. So in order to continue the experiment, we are going to put Ocean Set on this character. Now the problem with Ocean Set, and the reason why we didn't start with Ocean Set, is that Ocean Set breaks guard a little bit, and so I'll explain why. So here is the fattest Ocean Set that I have. So we are looking at 71 guard, plus the 50 from drum. That's 121 guard. I don't know if I can make this any bigger. I know I played portrait mode. So 121 guard, guys. That's pretty good. It's pretty big. All right. I can't zoom in, can I? It is what it is. So then we get plus 40 guard. Then we get plus 30 final guard. So times 0.3 plus 161. So we're at 209. And then we have this very vague bullshit. Additional defense equal to the base guard effect. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that the character gets additional defense. Or I don't know if that means the person who we're giving guard to gets additional defense from all the guard. So we pretty much have no choice but to reverse engineer, because that's the way this game works. So our math now is 209.3 plus Ocean 5 bonus. That's going to be our... We don't know what that is. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the same fucking thing we just did. And we're going to see what that looks like. And then we're going to tier her up. And in theory, we're going to go times 2. If she's Silver Star, right? Plus 109.3. That's how much guard she should have if she's Gold Star. And then we do plus 209.3. And this is how much guard she's going to give if she's Mythic. Right? So now let's reread this right here. So it's 1x for Bronze, 2x for Silver Star, 3x for Gold, and 4x for Mythic, right? So that's gonna be so that means that right now my guard numbers at 200 guard, this is what it's gonna be. So let's go run slimes again, and let's go see what we get. I'm gonna I am doing hero lock, so kind of is what it is, but let's run it. Okay, so we have a 1-star Asterion. She just has the Ocean effect, and our slimes do 15 damage, and Big Mother Slime does 25 damage. So let's see what those numbers look like with 200 guard right off the start. If they can hit him. They might not be able to hit him. We might have to wait for a ranged round. Let's see. Nobody hits him yet. Nobody can hit him. Hey, how you guys like my Zayub? Oh my god, Zayub build against slimes? Pretty good, right? Alright, can someone hit him? Alright, so I got some 12s. So the difference between 15 and 12, these are small numbers, right? But we're about 22%. We're at 22% roughly. We'll run a few more, but tentatively 22% damage mitigation. We'll do DM, okay? Damage mitigated. And so what that basically means is whatever the damage number is, we're subtracting it from the top. All right. Let's give him armor. And I want bigger. I want these. I want to look at these damage numbers because it's 40, and these guys are 30. So we'll look at both of those numbers and see without increasing anything, and just see what happens. So 24 and 32. So I like 40 to 32. So 40 to 32, those are bigger numbers. And yeah, it's 22% difference. So 22%, 22.2% is the damage mitigation for 209. Okay. So let's whatever. Let's first of all, give him some more armor so he can get punched in the face a lot more. And let's get more Seryungs, and let's get to the next guard level. Okay. So we are now double. We are now double. I'd like to get... I'm going to work on getting Seryung to Gold Star as well. But that's okay. Alright, so that means right now the amount of guard that she's going to give is 418.6. So I wish I would have paid attention to how much damage these guys are doing. I think that's 48. So it's 48. So let's look at the range damage one more time. I believe it's 33. 33. Okay, so the difference between 48 to 33 is 37% damage mitigation. Okay? 37% damage mitigation. That's pretty freaking good. So, a couple of things. I don't know if Ocean V bonus, if I still don't know how much of difference it's going to make. So like from a scaling perspective, okay, so 50 to 100 brought us from 6 to 10, and then from 100 brought us to 15. I think like the Ocean set bonus kind of gives you like a 0.1 modifier. So like there's a curve here, right? So 50 gives me 6, 100 gives me 10, 200 gives me 22, but 400 should, if the math was worked out, 400 should give me 40%. But what's happening is we're starting to curve down. So 420 didn't give me 42%. It's giving me 37%. So we're starting to see that the math is curving down. So each point of guard is becoming worth less per point. And it's called inflation, I think. So in any case, we're going to work really hard to get a gold tier. Ooh. All we need is a blue book now. So, yeah, 33, down from 48. Zhao Yung's going to kill all these dudes. We're going to work on getting our gold Seryung. I'll pause for that. Alright, guys, so we currently have a 5th tier Seryung. It did happen. That means that we are currently at 627 guard. Alright, and we're going to look at the damage. I'm looking at the range damage. They do 48, so let's find the difference. 48 down to 28, it looks like. So 48 to 28, the difference is 52% DM. So instead of it being 62, our curve is being even more severe. So the next question becomes, what happens if I can get her to Mythic? I'm going to try really hard to get her to Mythic. I'll do my best. I don't know if it's going to happen. But that'll happen off camera so you're not watching it. I mean, I kind of want to show you this. I did get Seryung to 6. And I still have my tier 3 Zalbai, but he has the bow that gives him money. So it's just pretty funny. What he's doing to these slimes is making me crack up a little bit. Man, we're almost there. We're almost there. But yeah, watch this action. It's pretty funny, dude. This is that sleeper strat no one tells you about. Tier 3 Zhao Yun with no relics and no accessories. It's pretty sweet. LOL. Oh my god, can I please get some Siriungs? I swear, I'm gonna get Red Book, and I'm gonna be like, oh, smacks my head. Sure, here you go. That didn't give me any more. Yeah, it's just spell damage. Who cares? This guy. That sweet, sweet pathing, dude. I'm glad they fixed the pathing, LOL. It's trying to figure itself out. I can't get too bad. Red Book? I mean, technically it gets me a bit closer. We're almost there. We're almost there. So guard is giving so much mitigation to Zhao Yang, dude. It's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. To tell you what her defense is, I could be a fool this entire time. Oh, that's nice. Like, I can go in him and see his stats, right? But it doesn't show his defense. Attack speed, it doesn't show defense. Dealt, power, skill, crit chance. Yeah, there's no defense here. Offense stat. Yeah, where's my... Oh, what the fudge? Dudes? Dudes? Really? Click the eyeball. Stats. Physical defense. 627. Is it just that simple? Is it just that simple? It straight gives him defense. It's just that simple, isn't it? Alright. Hey man, no one ever said I was a smart guy. Alright. Never said I was a smart man. I mean, what's pretty funny is that my math is so damn accurate on this. Let's just see. Let's see what the real. Let's see. Like, knowing he has the defense doesn't really make much of a difference. It's still good to know the practical numbers. Like, what does it practically mean? Go for it. All right. So our damage mitigation at 837. It's gonna straight just give him 837 defense. Okay. So let's see what that number looks like, and roll. So we're subtracting from 108 to 56. Correct? 108 to 56. 108 to 56. That's the curve. 63% different. So if we were going to continue to follow this curve, we'd be able to calculate. We'd be able to calculate it pretty well. And I could do that off camera. But let's... Yeah, so this is essentially just giving... Guard just gives defense. That's kind of what we're seeing. So let's hit start. I'm going to click here. We'll click here, and you're going to see that she has 209 guard, right? If you click him, it's going to show his defense, 837 defense, right? So that's kind of what's happening with the guard. Real straightforward. And then the practical numbers, we're at 63% damage mitigation. And that's if somebody doesn't have any defense. That's if somebody doesn't have any defense whatsoever. So if you have a character with defense already, you're going to pump them into the 90%. The 90%. So, see, what's interesting about these numbers, these are verified numbers, and these are my estimated numbers. Like, if you can get guard to 1,000, it would be 70% damage mitigation. If you can get guard to 1,200, it would be 75. If you can get guard to 1,500, it would be 80. And I don't know, there's got to be a cap because it can't be 0, right? So what's interesting is that your damage mitigation, these numbers don't really follow what I tested with defense. So like, let's leave this game. We have our numbers. And let's just go see if it's as simple as calculating defense. Let's just go see if it's as simple as calculating defense. So if we go in here, defense reduces the physical damage received by 100 times physical defense divided by 900 plus physical defense. So that's your math. The math doesn't work out the same way for physical defense. So what throws me off, guys, and there's probably some like math fucking genius out there who's like, you're a moron. Yeah, I am. But what throws me off is additional defense equal to base guard effect. Like, this is not really well explained, and it throws me off quite a bit. So without me going like, I'm a practical guy. I want to see what the actual result is. And I wish it wasn't. I wish that instead of guard being 50, I wish guard was 6.8. And then you get more guard, and it's 10.9. So you're just like getting the damage mitigation numbers, and you don't have to fucking guess, right? Like they're hiding so much in the math. I'm like, just tell us the damn number. People don't know what the fuck this means. It's crazy. It's crazy. So let's round these down. I'm gonna go to 200. I'm gonna round this to 21. Okay. We're gonna go up to 420. I'm gonna round this to. I'm just gonna keep it at 37 for the fucking ease of numbers. All right. And so I don't know if I guess Ocean Set bonus is adding a little bit, I'm assuming, because mathematically if we're going 6 to 10 to 15, then we should be doing more than this. But this is my guess. This is my best guess using all of my C+ education. So these are assumed values. So what I did was I created a curve based on these numbers. So I created a curve, and my estimate. These are my estimated values. Okay. Somebody wants to do this better. So with that being said, let's look at some scenarios. Scenario A. I am playing Petros with 50 guard, and I got all of my shiny Ocean Set on this guy. Okay, so we're gonna go to Ocean, we're gonna go to level. I'm gonna get all of my shit back on Petros, and is this the right one? Hello? I think it is. Okay. So here's kind of the thought process, guys, right? So I have 50 plus 47, right? We'll redo our math. 50 plus 47, excuse me. 50 plus 47 plus 40 plus baked in 30. Okay. Plus 30% final guard times 0.3 plus 167. That's 217. I feel like it's more than that. Am I fucking up something? I'm a moron. I did math wrong. Why are you watching me? This is terrible. I'm a terrible YouTuber. 71 plus 50 plus 30. Alright? Plus set bonus of 40. Which is 191 times 0.3 plus 191. Scares me. 248. Okay? So Patros can scale 248, 500, 750, 1000. So this dude at Mythic does 70% damage mitigation. 70% damage mitigation. And that's like, and I honestly, dudes, I could probably get this to 90, which would bring us theoretically to the 1200 range. Okay? So this dude does all of that 70% damage mitigation through guard out of the box, and he's giving attack speed, and he's doing all this crap, and that's with drum. That's just with drum, right? And then if your Shelda already has freaking all of this armor on, you see what I'm saying? Doesn't that make your, like, what's the number gonna be? If Shelda has, she's gonna end up having 4,000 defense. So is it gonna be 98% mitigation? Or are we just gonna hit the cap? So I think there's a damage mitigation cap, and it might be 80, it might be 75, I have no idea. If it is, then guard has no value, because you can just get there without the set. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna test that far. I'll look while I'm playing Strife and stuff. I'll see what it looks like. I'll do Mathingtons. But it just feels good, guys. I like it. Guard is good. I may, if I ever get the legacy, great. If not, I think this is I'm just as happy with this, and I have room to grow my guard. Like, I could get another 7 guard, or another 10 guard in here. I could get 14 guards chilling right here. That's pretty damn good. I could re-roll this and get more guard here. Like, I could get this guy to 100 guard, I think. Baked in the accessory. So, alright. I know I went pretty hard, guys, on answering this question. What does guard do? I hope that this answers your question a little bit. I am going to... This is the long version of the explanation. In the beginning of the video, I'll have the short version of the explanation. Alright? Okay? Just so we're all on the same page. Okay, sounds good. I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Tell your loved ones they are awesome. Give them high fives. Kick your enemies in the balls. Alright, good advice. Pat, peace out. Bye.